For most of you, when you are consciously aware, when you find yourself in one of those lower vibrations that doesn't feel so good, you usually want to do something about it now. You don't want to go get a good night's sleep in the middle of your workday. You don't want to go sleep and therefore stop the momentum. And in many cases, you don't even want to meditate and quiet your mind and stop resistance and allow your vibration to rise. And it's because most of you are rather action oriented, and you feel that there's a certain amount of satisfaction in just sort of making your way up the emotional scale. These days, and it was in that book too, but these days we're emphasizing it in a stronger way. We're much more advocating that you get out ahead of it and create an atmosphere that keeps you from having to do the heavy lifting than find yourself in a situation where you have to do the heavy lifting, which is probably going to lead you to exhaustion and self-examination and self-degradation. In other words, this is harder than it's supposed to be. What am I doing wrong? It really is easier to just give yourself a break, go with the flow with whatever you got going on, and then get another easier run at it the next day. And as you begin playing this game, you'll all acknowledge this. As you sit in this room or some room and you listen to us or someone like us, and we are very confident about what we are saying, maybe even influential about it, and we might be able to sweep you up in the enthusiasm of what we know about the laws of the universe and about who you are and about your relationship with who you are, and it all sounds really good until you consciously acknowledge where you are in terms of your vibration and deliberately do something about it, like meditate and allow your vibration to rise. And then acknowledge that you're in the receiving mode and under the influence, and in the refreshing mode and under the influence, and receive an impulse or a thought that just sounds so good to you, and you follow it, and then you see the immediate payoff from it. Until you have actually been in your own driver's seat and had these experiences, these are just opinions from somebody else again. Just another bunch of opinions. One thing we'll say about our opinions, there's not a shred of contradiction in any of them. You won't find any holes or speed bumps because they are law-based. But we get that it's not easy to be in a physical world where you're being observed by a lot of people who have opinions about you, people who are offering their vibrational or nonverbal or maybe even verbal opinions. It's not the easiest thing in the world to keep yourself focused, and it is a nice thing that you get to start over as many times in a day as you want to through meditation or change of subject, or at least once a day. But if you can just take away from this conversation that your best work is in creating an atmosphere that hooks you up. It's like you don't want to vacuum your living room with a vacuum that's not plugged in. And you can go through all the motions and you can make marks all over the thing, but if it's not plugged in, it's not satisfying.